Hello everyone, Impiator here, and welcome back to my Newcomer's Guide for Elden Ring. This is part 9. So in the last episode, we tackled the Stormfoot Catacombs, where we ended up killing off the Erdtree Burial Watchdog. And then we ended up heading to the Waving Peninsula, where we had a look at this place here, the Alien Village. Then we went to the Morn Tunnel, where we beat the Scaly Misbegotten. And that enemy, by the way, is actually going to become a normal enemy going forward in this place, which we're going to be tackling in this episode. So we're going to head, obviously, here first. We're already here. So after that, we're going to head north up to a church. Then we're going to head south down here, and we're going to tackle a boss, Miranda, the Blighted Bloom. So that's going to be kind of what we do in this episode, though we are going to be exploring a little bit more stuff in this episode, because there are a couple of buildings, outcrops, etc. out here too. But otherwise, that's going to do it. Let's go ahead and head into the castle proper. Make myself a few more arrows. We're going to need them. There's a whole bunch of enemies out here, including one of those Scaly Misbegottens. So we are basically going to use the arrows to just pull them towards us. Once we get a few of these enemies dead, we'll call our bros. Okay. Hey, we got 9 clear. I'm going to grab some fire grease, then we're going to head over here. The Claymore is a mainstay of these games. And up here, we got some enemies that are basically attacking each other. That's a multiplayer item, by the way. That's going to be a torch upgrade. They can climb up there if you want to. There's nothing up there. It just has a easier drop to get over there. But we're going to go in kind of the back way. Got a smithing stone over here. So this is where you would drop off up there. Bye. Alright, so you can drop down there for the Grace if you want to. Got a couple things to do though. We're gonna head over here. And be aware there's an enemy kind of hiding behind this. So more smithing stones. Another quick route back, by the way, if you want to drop down here again. Otherwise, though, we're going to go back up and we're going to go meet Edgar, the father of Irina. She's the one that we're supposed to be. Hey, my message from the last episode got appraised. That's nice. All right, so we're going to be headed over there. You can either jump off the ledge there or you can just climb down.
I'm Edgar. You can see menials. They gave me good foul. I'm sorry, but whatever. You take this.
So go ahead and deliver Irina's letter. That's going to progress their story. However, he won't leave to go see her until we defeat the Misbegotten, the Leonine Misbegotten, the boss of this place. And then we have to actually go back to him again, and then he'll leave. Otherwise, we're heading back out here, and we are now at the Grace. Let's see, I'm sitting at level 28. We're still a ways off from a level up, so. Drop down here. And you can make that jump over there if you want to, but I think it's better to drop off here, mainly because we can sneak, and because we got the stone sword key. Otherwise, you'll have to go back up by returning to the side of Grace. So give this guy a stab. We're going to come in here and give this guy a stab, too. So I got a purple turtleneck, or a pickled turtleneck. I just remembered we forgot an item. Oh well, we'll go back and get it here in a bit. Anyway, another scaly Misbegotten. You can't sneak up on him, by the way, he'll hear you. Better just to run up to him and hit him. And here we got a twin blade talisman. In case you need it. Got a scarab there. Careful jumping off here. You don't want to jump into that hole. So walk slowly. And when you get down here, I recommend positioning yourself to the southwest, rolling and then running or rolling some more. Because we got a bunch of rats to deal with in there. And they will swarm you. See what I mean? Anyway, I got another side of Grace here. This is the one that's going to lead us to the boss fight. Hey, we got another appraisal. You can drop down there if you want to. There are a couple of items over here. There's also another one of these scaly Misbegottens. I did not time that roll well. I did all right on that one. All right, so we got some throwing daggers. Head around here for a somber smithing stone. And there's a giant crab over here. Be careful whenever you attack it. We'll go ahead and do a shield. Oh, maybe I was not careful. Ooh. There we go. That was like imminent death. Oh, we succeeded. So now we're going to head over to the boss door and talk a little bit about this boss. So if we did not have the ability to summon an NPC and your spirit ashes into this fight, we'd be tackling this boss a good bit later, because this is a pretty hard boss. If you're fighting this boss alone, healing can be difficult because he can outrun you. And if you're a magic user, well, he's strong against magic, holy, and lightning damage. He is, however, weak to fire and slash weapons, which is exactly what we're going to be using against him, in addition to bleed. And then, in addition, if you're fighting him alone, then you'll probably want to perfect your dodges against him, so it may take you a few tries. Otherwise, I would recommend using a Great Shield, or you can also add that Ash of War Barricade shield option that I talked about in the last episode, which you can get from the Knights Cavalry in Weeping Peninsula. Otherwise, though, we also do have the Great Turtle Shell, which has that ability already. And then I've already picked up a Lord Sorin's shield, but again, it requires 16 strength, and I'm not a strength build, so I'm going to stick with what I am going to recommend, which is to summon. So we can make this fight a lot easier by summoning. And we're going to pop my Wondrous Physic. Again, don't sleep on the Wondrous Physic. We'll go ahead and pop Fire Grease. So as you can see, we're kind of manhandling him. And that's going to do it for that fight. So we got the Grafted Blade Greatsword, which is pretty good greatsword in my opinion, especially if you like cool looking weapons. Otherwise, let's go ahead and pick up another level, and we're actually going to be heading back into the Castle Mornlift. I actually forgot an item, so we're going to pick that up. I think I forgot the item anyway. And then we also need to go find Edgar now that we have completed the fight. So I'm just going to run through this area. I'm not going to fight these enemies again. Yeah, there's the item. All right. We'll roll off here, and we're gonna go head towards Edgar. Let these guys do their thing.
For keeping the sun no long on sight. Thanks to you, devote Marina is my only hope.
All right, so that's going to progress their quest. We're going to head to the Bridge of Sacrifice to see their reunion. And like everything in Dark Souls games, nothing ever turns out good for people.
How could this be? My daughter is a fault life. The foul. I'll hunt the rest ashore.
Anyway, we'll be seeing him again later. For now, we're going to head to the south of the Looking Tower, and we're going to head west from here. By the way, that's a boss we've fought before. The demi-human chief. We're heading now to the church up here. This is going to get us a sacred tear. There's also a gilded iron shield here, too, we're going to pick up. So be aware there are undead in this place. There's some blood grease and the gilded iron shield. How dare you interrupt me? Alright. You know what? It's probably a good idea for us to go get the sacred tear. That'll increase our potency further. Milena wants to talk to us.
Shall I share?
So we'll progress her dialogue.
To grow strong.
Okay. So now we're going to begin heading west. We do have a path in mind. All right, so next we're going to go through a few places around here. We're going to go talk to a guy on the beach over here. We got another church to go to. There's another Everjail here. We're gonna go do those things first. This thing, by the way, is a walking mausoleum. Later, we'll be able to trade items for powerful weapons with them. For now, though, just leave him. We got another grace.
Well, it's been, and how can I?
Got another merchant. The lantern, by the way, is not a bad idea to have, especially if you don't want to have to carry around a torch in your left hand. Otherwise, I'm going to buy some of these as well.
Have a safe.
Oh, by the way, Lost Ashes of War. These enable you to duplicate existing Ashes of War so that you can reuse them.
Have a safe.
Otherwise, we're going to head up to here. There's another church. Along the way, you can see that there are also some ruins here. You don't have to kill this if you don't want to right now, but I'm going to. Then I'll head down here. Hey, that was unfair. So, that's strange. We'll come to learn what's going on a little bit later. Anyway, behind here, we're going to keep heading up in order to get to the church. We have another sacred tier here. And then the final thing that we're going to do, I guess we'll go ahead and head to the Evergel first. We're not going to activate it though, but there is a boss there. So if you want to kind of see that, we can mark that on our map with a boss. And then here we're going to drop off. So this is the Tombsward Cave. This is a fairly small dungeon that leads to a pretty easy boss fight. Miranda, the Blighted Bloom. Doesn't produce as much light, but it works. So this place will basically poison you. We have a limited amount of time to go through here before we burn through all of our flasks, so try to make this quick. Otherwise, you're pretty much guaranteed to be poisoned while you're here. Okay, then we're gonna head down here. There are rats down here. So got another cookbook. Up here we have some of Miranda's blooms. We got an Arteria leaf. All right, so back up here, get you to this central room. Again, if you didn't clear it out, go ahead and clear it out. I did forget. Poison bloom. Otherwise, this boss is basically just a giant plant. She does not like fire, and she does not like ice. So... we'll do that. We can also summon in the fights. Be aware of the Wrath of God, though. Otherwise, that's going to do it. You're going to get the Viridian Amber Medallion, which gives you maximum stamina increase. Otherwise, that's going to take us to the entrance, and that's going to do it for this episode. So, actually, I'll go ahead and... take us back over here. And we're shy a little bit to level up, so we'll hold off into the next episode. Otherwise, though, in the next episode, we're going to be completing a bunch of the kind of optional content out here. We're going to be getting a few more items, a few more Ashes of War, a little bit more exploration out here, and then we're going to start flip-flopping between Limgrave and the Awakening Peninsula for the next tier of bosses. Because the next tier of bosses, I would say we've completed basically all of the, I would say the easy to intermediate bosses, and now we're starting to get into the more squarely intermediate bosses. But until then, thank you everybody for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Later.